Talkative Kelp. Author, Mi Ganji. Painting, Zhang Donghui. Once upon a time, on the top of a high little rocky mountain, there is a very small town. There live 100 old men and 100 old women. This is a very quiet town because people don't like to talk very much. There was a person named Grandma Mary. She lives next to the post office. I like to read the letters from my daughter the most, but she doesn't like to talk much. And someone named Grandma Rose. I live across from a supermarket and like to watch people shopping, but she doesn't like to talk either. There's also a man named Grandpa Subbard. He lives in front of the town square. I like to listen to the sound of the fountain the most, but he doesn't like to talk either. There is also a man named Grandpa Jacob. He sat alone on a chair in the square, but he doesn't talk to anyone either. In this small town, it's been a long time since we all chatted and talked together like before. One day, a little boy came to the town. He said to the grandmother in the pastry shop, "Hello, Grandma. I want that chocolate." But Grandma didn't answer him. The little boy took out the money and gave it to his grandma. Grandma silently wrapped the chocolate. He handed it to the little boy along with the change. Little boy sits on a chair in the square. Eat chocolate. Grandpa Jacob kept staring at him. Little boy remembers the chatty kelp in his pocket. So I took out a piece and gave it to Grandpa. Grandpa chewed for a long time. And suddenly, he said happily, "This is really good." I heard Grandpa speak. The little boy remembered something at this moment. It turns out that everyone will become very talkative after eating talkative kelp. But because it's too noisy, the teacher said that each person can only eat one piece at a time. Otherwise, it will be too noisy. The little boy had a great idea. If each person eats a piece of talkative kelp, don't we all like to talk? So he gathered 100 little boys and 100 little girls. Everyone has a chatty kelp in their pockets. They distributed the kelp to 100 grandfathers and 100 grandmothers. Grandpa and Grandma chewed kelp. Chirp, chirp, a burst of voices. Kai Kai Goo Goo eats a piece of kelp. Because we haven't spoken to each other for too long. As soon as I talk, the more I talk, the happier I get and my voice gets louder and louder. Everyone kept chanting and chanting. The exhaled breath rose into the air like a tornado and began to accumulate. When everyone exhales more and more breath, the air in the air is accumulating more and more. The clouds are getting thicker and thicker. Even in the end, the town was covered by clouds and dust. Then, everyone chatting, while working together to clean up the dust in the air. Finally, the dust in the air is gone. The town also becomes better. The dust in the air is gone. The town becomes more beautiful. People also began to discuss building new things together. Now, everyone is chatting happily, planning a small town party because everyone is willing to talk to each other. The town becomes more joyful and lively. This is a story about a quiet town. People like to chat again because of a special piece of kelp. Together we create a better life.